You ready for this promo?
Does it look like we're ready, man? What's your boy, dude? He's screwing up all weekend. He's late. Like, I want to get out of here. He's late on the tongue thing too, dude. Look at that cut. That cut pretty bad. That's dangerous. He screwed up with the chick too. Yeah. That was the whole thing. I'd have had it for Tozawa! We'll get the belt now though. It's all good. It's a good weekend overall. Tozawa! Promo! What's this guy's deal? He's like, Tozawa! Christ! Freaking night. Hey, glad you can make it. Kamikaze USA, you're doing a promo. I mean, you know? Anyway. What are you looking at me like that for? You've been screwing up all weekend. I don't need your little, I don't need your stares. Okay? You screwed up in the match with Baby Hulk. Thing with the chick, that was all your fault. You should have slapped that bitch when you had the chance, but no, I'm too good for that. Pandering to the fans.
Quiet.
Why?
You have
me to be quiet.
Big mouth.
I can't believe you just said that.
おいヤマト、お前こんなやつ必要ないぞお前神風にお前。こいつやりたいことやってるだけよお前。こんなやつ日本で役立たんしな。神風に必要ないから。おい行くぞ。
You don't think I understood that? You don't think I understood it? Hey, you look at me when I'm talking to you, buddy. Okay?
What are you doing,
man?
Hey.
You know what I was saying? Might be about time to trim the fat here. I think it's about time. Oh, I didn't want to do it yet, but I think we got it. You look at me, Tozawa. You look at me. You're out. We're sick of your crap. You're a screw up. We're sick of your crap. You're a loser. You're always going to be a loser. All right? You don't belong. You're not good enough. We got everything we need. We got everything we need. And we don't need you. The hell out of here. This is going to be a promo of this.
This contest scheduled for one fall, and it is a non-title bout.
Akira Tozawa, you never belonged in Kamikaze USA because you're not good enough. You're an idiot, and the only reason these fans cheer for you is because they feel sorry for you. You're a loser! What do you think, Trina Michael?
Oh, that's definitely right, because you know, I've been looking where it counts, and
Yeah.
You filthy come on!
I'm really not that impressed.
But since Yamato is a fighting champion, I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. If you can beat me in this ring, right here, right now, no rules, Georgia Bunkhouse Brawl style, then your match with Yamato is for the Open the Freedom Gate Championship.
Jon Moxley throwing the challenge out there. Oh, it's Trina Michaels from behind. His award-winning thespian, are you kidding me?
Moxley laid down the challenge. He said no rules, bunkhouse style. Oh, he just leveled Bryce.
Bryce Remsburg just drilled by Jon Moxley. And Tozawa elevates Moxley, who lands very awkwardly out on the floor. Tozawa looking to take a chance. And it pays off in a big way, sending Moxley over the guardrail.
And you're talking about chances that are going to pay off in a big way. Tozawa was already scheduled to take on Yamato non-title action, now mixing words with Trina Michaels. And Moxley said, if you can beat me, it'll be a title match. Sure, that's great. That's what Yamato wanted, but at what cost? Moxley's going to put a beating on him.
Well, I don't know if it's what Yamato wanted. I don't really think Yamato was looking to defend the belt here tonight. I think that was a check that Moxley was writing that he hoped he could cash on behalf of Yamato. Not for nothing, if I was Yamato, I'd be pissed if Moxley lost this match. As they continue to brawl all over the building, no rules here in this matchup. Award-winning thespian Trina Michaels. Yeah, what, best girl on girl, best doggy, some award. And don't say another word about Redbox.
Moxley throwing chairs into the ring. With bad intentions, I can only imagine. Tosses Tozawa over the apron. Moxley came out here in street clothes. He wasn't prepared to wrestle.
No, he was prepared to fight. He had this planned all along. Of course he wasn't in wrestling gear. He was out here to fight. That's exactly what's going on. Shots to the midsection, clubbing down across the back now is Moxley. Right hands to the top of the head by Mox. And the brutal master of Kamikaze USA continuing to dish out the punishment to young Akira Tozawa, who was unceremoniously dumped out of that group by Moxley and by Yamato as part of the United weekend of events. Big boot right to the face of Moxley by Tozawa. And Tozawa's been on quite a roll here lately. Had a great match against Pac, where he failed to win the Open the Brave Gate Championship one night before an awesome tag team match at Open the Southern Gate.
Oh, what is this? And now Trina Michaels in the ring again. You know, it's no rules, I guess.
What the hell is she gonna do? She's gonna distract Tozawa just long enough for Moxley to go down low, which is ironically usually Trina Michaels' specialty.
And now Trina Michaels mounts Tozawa.
Yeah. Stop me if you've seen that one before. It's basically a handicap match here between Moxley and Trina Michaels against Tozawa. Tozawa suplex by Moxley. And it has been all Moxley for the last several minutes here.
And you gotta wonder if Moxley's victorious here, will he even have the match with Yamato and Tozawa? Even if he will, he'll be easy pickings for him.
No, it'll be a piece of cake for Yamato, who's gotta be standing by like the cat that swallowed the canary watching all this go down. But German suplex into the chairs.
Yeah, those are your standard steel folding chairs. No give on those. Big German suplex to the bridge.
He got him! Akira Tozawa just got a shot at the Open the Freedom Gate title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the contest, Akira Tozawa!
A slap to the face by Michaels. Moxley can't believe it as Trina continues to beat on Tozawa. Here comes, it's Robbie Sky.
Rebby Sky gets her hands on Trina Michaels. Moxley now. Oh, he's got a guy by the hair. Tozawa doesn't know what to make of this.
He's watching Rebby Sky. Oh, bad timing right there as she missed. DDT!
Moxley hightailing it out of here.
Tozawa looked like he wanted to shake the hand of Rebby Sky for helping him out right there, but Rebby hightailing it to the back.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the main event, scheduled for 1 fall, 60-minute time limit, and it is for the Open the Freedom Gate Championship. Introducing first, standing to my right, weighing in this afternoon at 93 kilograms and hailing from Tozawa, Japan, ladies and gentlemen, Akira Tozawa! And his opponent, standing to my left, weighing in this afternoon at 82 kilograms and hailing from Tozawa, Japan, he is the current, reigning, and defending Open the Freedom Gate Champion, ladies and gentlemen, YAMATO!
Oh, we've got an impromptu title match here in our main event. And you gotta give Yamato credit here. Stepping up to the plate, going on his own in our last event, sending Moxley to the back before his title defense against Austin Aries, saying he wanted to be a fighting champion, much like BB Hulk was during his 14-month reign as Open the Freedom Gate champion. And now, after basically being forced into having a title match with Akira Tozawa, he again is willing to go it alone here and put his belt on the line against young Tozawa. What an opportunity here for Tozawa.
Definitely an opportunity for Tozawa, but you've got to wonder how much damage has already been done by Moxley. And you made a great point there, Yamato. No one would have faulted him if he complained, if he put up a fight in regards to having this impromptu title match. But he's making the best of it. It's a title match. He was already successful in his first title defense. Now the second title defense here in Dragon Gate USA against his former stablemate, former partner in Akira Tozawa.
The two guys who know each other very well. And the kind of match like that, it usually comes down to which guy is going to make the first mistake here. And Yamato right now trying to roll through as Tozawa had control of the wrist, but quickly seizes the advantage, does the Open the Freedom Gate champion as he cranks down on the arm into the arm bar and forces Tozawa down to the canvas. Tozawa, though, trying to quickly find an escape. Sits out, and Yamato just kind of stalking his challenger at this point as he makes his way back to his feet. Bit of a stalemate right there as Tozawa gets a round of applause from the fans here one more time. They chant his name in Atlanta. And Tozawa, on an extended stay here in the United States, would certainly up his stock, not just here in Dragon Gate USA, but back home in Japan, where he'd leave here and return to Japan at the end of his stay as the Open the Freedom Gate champion. And right now he's got the waistlock on Yamato.
We've mentioned before many of the American stars, Johnny Gargano, Chuck Taylor, Rich Swann, the members of Ronin, evolve and grow right in front of our eyes. We have seen the same with Akira Tozawa. In 2011, he has made Dragon Gate USA his playground. 3 victories over United Weekend. Like I said, a great match against the Open the Brave Gate champion Pac, and looking to capitalize on all that recent success with a victory over here, Yamato, but that is going to be a tough hill to climb. Yamato, one of the most toughest and dangerous competitors in all of Dragon Gate USA.
Shoulder to shoulder they go, but it's Yamato, the size advantage, using his momentum off the ropes to take the challenger off his feet. Leapfrog as the pace quickens here. Deep arm drag by Tozawa, and he was lightning fast in the execution of that maneuver as he goes to the arm now of Yamato. Controlling the wrist. It's a champion to a knee, looking to get back to his feet, and does. Scooped up and slammed right into the rear chin lock. As referee Jason Harding was taking over for Bryce Remsburg here in this matchup after getting laid out by John Moxley just moments ago.
It is really smart going so far in the early going of this contest by Tozawa, using an opportunity for the chin lock, working the arm, taking his time here, maybe to recoup some of that lost wind, some of that lost stamina from the beating from John Moxley earlier. He was victorious there. If he can make it 2 victories in one night and go home the Open the Freedom Gate champion, that is going to be huge news in the wrestling world.
Now YAMATO going to work in the corner on Tozawa, putting the boots to him. As the champion softening up his foe here. As he brings him back to a standing position with a vicious knife-edge chop, but Tozawa not backing down. Firing back.
And a look of shock on YAMATO's face after that chop. You know, YAMATO's been hit hard by some of the best in the business, but Tozawa really laying waste to the chest, and now with the cravat. We've seen this before out of Tozawa. He just cranks that cravat in. Falls back with a kick, takes the champ down, cover.
Tozawa taking control here as he drags YAMATO back to his feet. Fires him face first into the top turnbuckle before again putting the boots to him in the corner.
Stepping on the neck while Jason Harding, the referee, counts. Tozawa has till 5. Takes him out of the corner here. Tozawa now scooping a slam. Center of the ring, big senton crashing down on YAMATO's chest. A little slow to go for the cover there, nonetheless.
YAMATO started to dig down, it looks like, here as he and Tozawa trade forearms, and YAMATO coming out on the better end of that exchange. I don't know if Tozawa wants to slug it out here with YAMATO. His best bet, perhaps, would be to stick and move as he is now just getting kicked right in the face and telling the champ to continue to bring it on here.
Just grabs a handful of his eyes and nose and face and just pulls on it and twists it. Keeping the advantage with the champion YAMATO as the crowd here starts to rally behind Tozawa.
Now, YAMATO is perfectly willing to be a fighting champion. It didn't mean he was going to fight fair. He's still more than willing to break the rules and do whatever it takes to defend that title, but I don't think anybody's expecting YAMATO to go out there and start trading hammerlocks and wrist locks for 45 minutes with anybody. He's going to take every opportunity and every advantage at his disposal to keep that belt around his waist here and maintain his hold on the Open the Freedom Gate Championship in this, his second defense since defeating BB Hulk back at BB King's in New York City as part of United New York City. And Tozawa now into the ropes, runs right into a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker down across the knee of the champ. Goes Tozawa, and the pain etched on the face of the challenger right now as we speak.
And again, you mentioned United Weekend and the successful victory that YAMATO had defeating BB Hulk, but I mentioned before Tozawa's success across that weekend, defeating Sami Callihan, defeating Austin Aries, and defeating BB Hulk as well. And that's what put him in contention for the Open the Brave Gate and for this non-title contest, which has now turned into a title contest. And now YAMATO with a modified camel clutch just sitting on the back, wrenching in on Tozawa.
Jason Harding asking Tozawa if he wants to give it up right there. He says no, sir, and handful of hair and face now by the champ. It's a warning from the ref. And not before the damage done. Now trying to get into the head of Tozawa.
And now YAMATO has the contest firmly in hand at his pace. Tozawa in a real bad way. A lot of damage to the back and that big chop there.
He measured him for that one. Even YAMATO feeling the effects of that blow And another in the corner trying to shake the feeling back into his hand. He hit Tozawa so hard.
But Tozawa not going down, just absorbing these shots while he stands in the corner and now finally goes down. Yamato very pleased with himself, of course, claiming it was an open hand and not a punch. And you always look at Yamato, that look of sadistic glee on his face when he's just punishing, just dissecting his opponents.
Hoists up Tozawa before slowly delivering that backbreaker again right across the thigh and the knee. Went Tozawa, and Yamato really starting to pick this youngster apart here. And a third backbreaker folds the challenger in half. Quick hook of the leg, but again, only two. As Tozawa able to get that shoulder up in time.
Now picking Tozawa up. Thought he was going to put him up on the top turnbuckle, but instead continues the assault on the lower back. Does Yamato. It's a very good strategy if we didn't mention it before. If his back is injured in Tozawa, that is going to be difficult for him to get Yamato over for the German suplexes. And yeah, it's going to set him right up for that single leg Boston Crab as he has it locked on in the center of the ring.
He's sitting very deep in the hold too. Severe angle. As all the pressure down the lower back of Tozawa as he's trying to just muscle his way towards the ropes. Very close here as he's forced to drag the full weight of Yamato with him towards the ropes to earn the break, and he is able to do so. But not before a little more damage done to the back of the Open the Freedom Gate challenger here by Yamato.
And now just stomping him away, brings him over to the apron and just steps on the back using the ropes for assistance, stomping away again. It's a very deliberate strategy here by the champ, but very effective. I mentioned before the look on Yamato's face as he gets right in the face of Tozawa. Tozawa back up to his feet, chops away, not as much behind those chops as it was just a few moments ago.
Yamato telling him to do something. And Tozawa fires back with another chop, but again, just brushing it off. A little disrespect right there being shown by Yamato. That one a glancing blow. That one not a glancing blow. Flush to the chest of the challenger, courtesy of Yamato here, as he slowly again drags the challenger back to his feet. Having his way with Tozawa right now is Yamato.
Yamato just so methodical in his pace at this point in the contest. The last several moments have been all him. Tozawa, everything he has done to try to reverse this contest into his favor have been all for naught, but right now as he holds onto the top rope, the fans here in Atlanta getting behind Tozawa. Now with the reversal, Tozawa sidestepped on the kick and a kick right to the midsection by Yamato. Basement dropkick takes the champ down.
Right to the face. Tozawa picking up the pace here as he tries to dig down. Puts his body on the line and wipes out the champion running against the guardrail. Back inside the ring he goes. Yamato without a chance to even catch his breath. Wiped out one more time and out to the floor he goes.
High risk maneuvers there. Those dives to the outside as the crowd wants one more. Sent onto the outside again. Third time crashing down on Yamato is Tozawa.
Double count applied by Jason Harding as Tozawa and Yamato remain on the outside here. They have a 20 count to make it back inside the ring. And both men suffering the effects of those three dives by Tozawa out to the floor. But it is the crowd here in Atlanta trying to urge the challenger on to victory here as he's back to his feet.
Tozawa bringing the intensity back into this contest. Oh, going for that Saito suplex perhaps, but no way Yamato's going to let that happen. Widens his base, cranks onto a headlock to prevent that from happening. Now elbow strikes across the back of the head and neck.
Up and over, lands on his feet. Saito suplex. The angle of Yamato's neck snapping off the canvas cover. But the champion able to kick out in time. As Yamato back to his feet, but it's Tozawa in position looking for the German suplex. And again, Yamato puts on the brakes, kicks his legs, stops the momentum. Tozawa still has it, drops him down into a seated position. Kick, back of the head of steam. Went for the kick again, Yamato out of the way, kick right to the chest. Irish whip reversal. Tozawa drops the head, sunset flip, holds on and burns him right over into a Boston Crab. Yamato so fluid into that submission predicament here. Tozawa in big trouble. Single leg crab applied by the champ as the crowd urging the challenger not to give it up here.
As he struggles, Yamato let it go from a double to a single leg Boston Crab. He looked to be going for it again, but just decides to increase the pressure, puts the knee in the middle of the back, trying to grab for that leg. I think Yamato might be getting a little frustrated here with Tozawa's perseverance, and does make it to the bottom rope to break the hold. And surprisingly, Yamato gives it up immediately instead of abusing the hold for an extra 4 seconds. You mentioned before, Lenny, Yamato looking to be a fighting champion. Again, he's a dirty player, no question about it, but he wants these contests to be as fair as possible. No outside interference, Moxley not out here, no one else from Kamikaze USA out here. And now just toying with Tozawa as he tries to get to his feet here.
Yeah, you get the feeling that Yamato feels that he could pretty much end this one at any time. But Tozawa absorbing those slaps to the face, and again, getting right back in the grill of the champ and not backing down. Catches a forearm and delivers one in retaliation. Yamato buries that one right into the ear. And Tozawa backs up the champ one time. Tozawa scores, but Yamato retaliates with the enziguri back and forth action. Another Saito suplex.
This is Tozawa's chance. He just needs to roll over and make the pin, and he can be the new champ.
Didn't hook the leg, and Yamato barely slipped out at 2. Crowd again urging Tozawa on here as both men struggle to make it back to their feet here. It's Yamato in the corner pulling himself to his feet. Tozawa, hearing it from the crowd, makes it to his feet in the opposite corner.
Tozawa with a head of steam connects with that big boot right to the face.
Oh, he drilled him in the corner. The only reason Tozawa is still standing is there's nowhere for him to fall. Reversal, it's Tozawa in the corner. Nobody home, Yamato misses. Tozawa, however, does not.
Sets him up on the top turnbuckle here. Tozawa looking for something big here to finish off the champ, but Yamato still in this contest. Lenny, you mentioned he was dazed after that kick.
Looking for a superplex here is Tozawa. Yamato trying to do everything he can to fight him off. Forearm drops him like a log, but Tozawa right back up. Scores with the kick. And again, on the second turnbuckle is the challenger now, all the way to the top. Yamato up as well. Big superplex.
Tozawa, though, unfortunately unable to capitalize. He has taken a lot of punishment in the contest, coming all the way from the top rope. Has got to be wreaking havoc on that back cover, though, nonetheless. Only two, not enough to keep the champ down. Yamato still in this one. Tozawa, though, in control, but for how long? He has taken so much punishment throughout this match.
And a second burst of adrenaline here for Tozawa as he pops back to his feet. Looking to finish off the champ here and cap an amazing run over the last couple of months in Dragon Gate USA with a victory and the Open the Freedom Gate Championship. O'Connor roll blocked. Bicycle kick to the back of the head. German suplex. Yamato pops right back up. Kick to the head. Elevates him. Brainbuster. Nice combo. But it's Tozawa back up as well. Forearm exchange. Open hand strikes.
I don't know how much was behind those, but I know how much was behind that kick. Oh, nicely done. Tozawa, no way, rolls through.
Right into the Shining Wizard. Both men down one more time. And that exchange brings some of this crowd in Atlanta to their feet.
Both men now just starting to stir so close to each other. If one was just to drape the arm over the other, that could be a victory after the punishment, after the devastation that both men have laid out on each other. As the crowd here in Atlanta again firmly behind Tozawa, both men on their knees. And there was nothing behind that shot from Yamato, and nothing
from Tozawa as well, as they continue to just try and pepper each other with these forearm shots. They're back to their feet. Yamato scores. But give Tozawa credit, refusing to back down from the champ here as he gets caught again. These two absolutely exhausted, out on their feet almost, as Tozawa backs the champ into the corner. Repeated forearms.
Irish whip, Yamato with the reverse. But there's Tozawa. Leveled him with that kick.
Just exploded out of the corner. Right into position. Picture perfect German. No. Didn't get the bridge, but he still hangs on as Yamato gets back to his feet.
Arm capture, German suplex.
Straight jacket, German, no. Misses the enziguri. Waist lock by Tozawa. Muscles him up. Couldn't quite hold the bridge as Yamato just got that left shoulder off the canvas.
So many times in this match, Tozawa has been so close to the 3 count, but not enough. Keeps going for that German suplex again. He's got Yamato in position. Got the waist lock. Could be a deadlift German suplex here again, at least the attempt. Yamato puts on the brakes.
Jackknife cradle. Only 2. Crucifix by Yamato, has the shoulders down again. No. Not quite enough. Boot right to the head and the ropes with speed. Duck to the clothesline by Tozawa. Elevated, lands on his knees. Right into the sleeper. Choke sleeper by Yamato. A very effective move at this point in the matchup after all the punishment Tozawa has absorbed. Traps the arm. Suplex right on his head.
Oh, kick right to the forehead. Going for the brain buster. Center of the ring. Drives him.
Cover. No. Didn't hook the leg. Cocky cover there. And it cost the champion a victory perhaps. But he seems that this is going to be it as he looks for Galleria. Elevates him, plants him right on his head. He kicked out at 1.
Tozawa on his feet, as are the people here in Atlanta, Georgia.
I don't know if he knows where he is, but he's certainly going on adrenaline here. Kicks out at 1, and now getting peppered with lefts and rights by the champ. Another attempt at Galleria, elevated. And again, right down on the top of his head. It is over. Yamato retains the title.
Here is your winner, and still Open the Freedom Gate champion, Yamato!
Tozawa in his shot at the Open the Freedom Gate Championship, but he comes up just short. What a performance he put on. And Yamato, you gotta give him credit. Put the belt up with no notice here tonight and came out victorious and still the Open the Freedom Gate champion. Fans, we want to thank you for joining us. For everybody here with Dragon Gate USA, for Chikara-san, I'm Lenny Leonard. Good night. We'll see you next time.
Tozawa! 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 I respect you. Okay, everyone, thank you for coming today. Hey, did you enjoy